Welcome to another edition of the Jeff Crilley Show. I am your host, Jeff Crilley, and I'm honored to have Eric McGehearty in studio. He is the CEO and founder of Globe Runner.
Thanks for having me on the show, Jeff. I'm thrilled to be here.
Well, we've known each other for a number of years through EO, Entrepreneurs Organization. This is the first time I've had a chance to interview you, and so I'm excited to talk about your success. As we look at your website, tell everybody a little bit more about Globe Runner.
Yeah, well, something really exciting is we just had our 10-year anniversary. We had our big party last night, which was super fun.
Congratulations.
Invited clients, employees. We even had some early days employees that have moved away and are doing other things that came back to join us, kind of a little anniversary party. So it was so much fun to celebrate some of the successes that we've had over the years.
That's wonderful.
And so, we're a full-service digital marketing agency, and we love generating leads. That's kind of really gets my juices flowing every day when we can generate leads or generate patients for a doctor and really help boost their business through digital marketing. That's what's exciting about it.
So let you say a doctor may be a good client, or a lawyer or something like that. They come to you and they say, my phone's not ringing.
That's right.
What happens next?
Yeah, so we use a combination of strategies, and every client's going to be different, right? But usually it's driven by search, SEO, paid search through Google AdWords or Facebook ads, Instagram ads. Obviously, they have to have a great website, so if they don't have one, we'll have to build them that first. But those strategies get buyers that are at the bottom of the sales funnel, right? Those folks, they want to buy. They've already raised their hand and said, hey, I need a lawyer. I need a divorce lawyer. I need a criminal defense attorney, or maybe, I'm snoring. I need a sleep apnea doctor, which is an area we've had a lot of success in, or minimally invasive spinal surgery. My back hurts. I need help with that. Those folks are already raising their hand. So all I got to do is put my client in front of them instead of some other guy. They're going to buy. Just who are they going to buy from? And that's great, because we really don't have to convince them. It's just about being at the right moment at the right time, so we get the right click. And so it's a really simple idea. It's super competitive and hard to do, and that's why people hire us. But the idea is really simple.
Wow. Well, another thing that you're involved in is you have your own television show. It's called The Curious Entrepreneur, and we've got a little bit of video from the trailer for season 1. Tell everybody why you decided to do the show.
It's definitely a passion project. I am super passionate about entrepreneurship. Every time I talk to an entrepreneur like yourself, I get jazzed about it. I get excited about it. And I always get an insight. And because of that, I said, why don't I sit down with some of these entrepreneurs, people that I really respect, who have done amazing things, and ask them the questions that I want to ask. And we've had so much fun producing season 1, and we're working on season 2. We're right now kind of thinking about getting a headline sponsor for season 2 and how that's going to line up. So we've got some awesome opportunities.
And The Curious Entrepreneur is carried on many different platforms.
Yeah, primarily Amazon Prime. Mm-hmm. And so we're really thrilled that Amazon picked up our show. And of course, we have some snips of it on YouTube, but Amazon Prime would be the place to subscribe to it.
Well, I think that's wonderful. Tell me about interviewing entrepreneurs. Have you had some aha moments as you're talking to these other very successful people?
I have, and when you watch the show, you'll see me lean in, because you'll see when somebody really hits a hot button issue. One of the clients I had is in a similar industry to me, and he talked about motivating his team. He talked about how to avoid abusive clients, and those two areas both resonated with me. One of my first guests, a gentleman named Rick Sapio, who you know as well, is kind of a business philosopher, and I just love listening to him. And yes, we've had some great stories. One gentleman who started out in sales, and he figured out that the young ladies were making more appointments over the phone, so he suddenly picked up a female accent and was making appointments over the phone. He was Joanne from, Charlotte, Mississippi. He does much better than I did.
I did see that.
Did you see that one?
Yes.
Yeah, Barrett, that was amazing. Yeah. So, just these stories, and Barrett's story is a great one too. I'll bring that one up. His factory explodes, literally explodes. He has a fertilizer factory with all these dangerous chemicals. It blows up. He's about to lose his business, millions of dollars in debt, And he could have shut his doors, but instead he reinvents his company and invents it to be a basically probiotic for the lawn, goes with an environmentally safe approach. It supports, his favorite hobby is fishing, and now he's not dumping chemicals into the ground to get into the streams and lakes where he likes to fish. So, I've definitely had some amazing moments talking to these folks, and it's just exciting to get these stories and to learn kind of the successes and failures along the way. I think a lot of TV, it puts such a coat on things that you don't get the real story, and I wanted the real story, and I was so fortunate to get that from my guests. So I've had so much fun making that show. I'm excited about season 2.
Well, and congratulations, because I think you were born at the right time. I'm just a little older than you, and in my day, you had to start in Sherman, Texas, and work yourself up to the big market to be on television. And these days, technology has come along, and you can host your own show.
Yeah, absolutely. If you've got the gumption and the right, tools, and fortunately, I had a friend who had a studio, and we made magic happen. It was so much fun. And then now we get to use our digital marketing skills to get the show out there to an audience.
It's awesome. Okay, so Eric, one of the things that I love that you do is you give away the gold. Some people have the knowledge, but they won't share it. And you put out regular YouTube videos giving people great tips.
I do. Yeah, I think that's a great way to just be open and honest with folks. And you're right. Don't hold back. If we're willing to give you this much for free, what would we give you if you paid us, right? What would it be worth? So I always think just be open and give the real honest truth, and it's done us well. We've gotten a good following on YouTube because of that.
I think it's wonderful. You're very successful and just a great guy. I was telling you over lunch that you were born with that, we call it the voice of God, that booming voice and the good looks, and you really are a born broadcaster.
Well, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that. That's nice of you to say.
Well, let's put up your website and give everybody the website one more time.
Yeah, so it's globerunner.com. Real simple, globe like the world we live on. It's an interesting story I'll have to tell you when we have more time on how we came up with the name.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for being a guest on the show, and we'll have to have you back.
All right. Thanks so much, Joe. Appreciate it.
And that's it for this time. We'll see you next time.